And these are representations of experiences of my life. Even this one, it's a Disney character. Yeah, it's a Disney character. And, as I've said earlier, my mom died when I was 3 years old.
Yes.
And this is a childhood character. And most of my memories I've spent with my mom was when I was still a child. May bagong batch na lalabas sa Miss Universe Philippines. Sino kaya? Sinasabi ko sa sarili ko.
Does it help that you're joining your first ever big or national pageant at such an age like that, where it seems like you have your confidence level and maturity intact already? Mabuhay pageant fans! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hey Adam G, your online inspirational talk show. Guys, it's time for me to go down south as I discover our breathtaking ladies there. So right now, I'm being visited by one of them. Wow, you know what? She piqued my curiosity during her camp sashing ceremony when she introduced herself as a registered public nurse who is working for the Department of Health, apart from her short cropped hair. So talagang standout siya sa lagay na yun sa akin. So nahuhulaan niyo na ba kung sino itong i-intervene ko? Well, here she is. Please say hello to Miss Universe Philippines 2024 contestant from Mandaue, Cebu, Victoria Leslie Ingram.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Thank you, Sir Adam, for having me here. It's such an honor po talaga.
I'm so excited to do this interview with you. Hindi kita na-interview after your sashing ceremony. So ngayon, I finally have the opportunity to get to know you better. So first of all, ako hindi talaga ito chinacharing when I said in my intro earlier that you were really a standout for me during the sashing ceremony. Kasi talagang, I don't know, as a pageant fan, over time, we gravitate towards ladies who are really good public speakers. And talagang napuha mo yung attention namin during that time.
Thank you so much, Sir Adam. It feels heartwarming, being one of the newbies in the national pageant. I don't set a high expectation na maraming makaka-catch ng attention, no? Like they'll gravitate towards me. But I think over time, I shouldn't pressure myself because a lot of people eventually will get to know each candidate. And it's so heartwarming to hear from you, Sir Adam, na sinasabi mo that you are slowly gravitating towards me and you get to know me day by day. And I'm so grateful that through this interview, mas magkakakilala tayo.
Yay! Yeah, but before we talk about your speaking prowess, stand out ko naman na talaga eh. Physically, because of that hair. Has your hair has always been that short ever since?
No, actually, when I was younger and until my early 20s, I had long curly hair, like bushy curly hair. But during the pandemic, around 2020, I decided to cut my hair because it became really a challenge to manage my curly hair. I was working as a public health nurse that time at super challenging na. So it really is, aside from being it like a fashion statement, having short hair, it's more of like a testimony, like a timeless story that I could share. It's like a conversational piece na actually.
Yeah, conversation starter. Pero although I haven't seen your look before your short hair, you're rocking it,
oh my God,
must say.
Thank you. Actually, daming nagsasabi that I look good in my short hair. Though they still comment that they wish that I could grow back my hair. But, I've come to a point in my life na parang nasasabi ko, you know what? It's time to accept who I am now. No, the past Victoria is different from the Victoria now.
Nako, nainsigan naman ako doon. Ano yung past Victoria na yon? Alamin natin yan.
Victoria before is super mahiyain. Yeah, she was super mahinhin. And I'm so grateful because the more I immersed myself in public service, I get to know a lot of people from different backgrounds. And from there, my perspective changed. Sabi ko, oh nga, no, why should I keep myself behind the shadows and hide my true self when I've met many people along the way who are not afraid to step out and show themselves. Doon ako na-inspire, like, you know what, I'm just gonna be myself whenever I meet people. Kasi super I was so cautious. I was thinking, oh, is this person gonna like me? Is this person gonna think bad about me? But now I'm full grown woman. Parang nasabi ko, you know what? I won't get to please everyone I get to meet along the way. What matters is, regardless if they hate me or not, the most important thing is I'll leave kindness behind them. There's no need to retaliate. There's no need to argue. There's no need to explain my point. I'm just gonna simply be myself.
Did your being shy when you were a kid have something to do with your family background?
Well, I think
Wait, first of all, do you come from a multicultural background?
yes, I do. I do come from a multicultural background. My mother is Filipina. She's Cebuana. She used to be an OFW in the United States of America. She's a registered nurse. But unfortunately, when I was 3 years old, she passed away. Yeah, due to breast cancer. Yeah. And then my father is Black American. So after that incident, after how many years, he started a new family in China. But it was totally fine with us naman from the side of my mother's side. Kasi my half siblings, they know that we exist din naman here sa Philippines. So it really is a healthy relationship naman din.
So you live alone there in Mandaue.
Well, I live together with my family in Talisay City. We have a house in Talisay City. So I live together with my family there. I live with my legal guardians. I call them mama and papa. Yeah. Yeah. Then I live, then I have a sister. Actually, dalawa kami. I'm the youngest. So I live together with them.
I see.
Yeah.
So apart from that, I also read as I said in my intro earlier, you're working as a public health nurse. So going back to our conversation earlier, did it also help that you were working in the front lines? That's as to why you were able to overcome your shyness in the long run.
Definitely, Sir Adam, I can really attest to that. Because working as a public health nurse, it doesn't only mean I get to engage with patients. It also means I have to engage to local authorities, people in the government. So it just puts me up there. Like, I really have no choice. I have to be at my best all the time. And at first, there was resistance. Vic, you can't do this. You can't be like this. Why do I have to be like this? But I realized, Vic, you were meant to be like this. You were meant to be here. Because I wouldn't be working as a public health nurse if I wasn't capable of doing that. So I really took that in a different perspective, in a positive way naman na just give it a go. And then until it became like more of a muscle memory, it became easier day by day.
So you eventually got the hang of your job.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm curious. Ako kasi matatakotin ako sa dugo And pag kinukwentuhan niyo ako ng mga operation, surgery, talagang hinihimatay ako. Pero I'm curious to ask, how is it like in the hospital, especially during the pandemic? Talagang war zone siya.
Yeah. So for my work as a public health nurse, I didn't work on the hospital side. I'm more of the community setting yung focus namin. So what we do is we conduct community health education sessions. We go house to house. During the pandemic, ang ginagawa namin is we go house to house. We give vaccination. We provide right vaccination information to the public. And then we provide house-to-house immunization for children, especially on immunization days. Yun yung usual na ginagawa namin. And I also provide assistance sa mga LGUs in the implementation of universal healthcare law, specifically in Cebu Province and Mandaue City.
Weren't you scared that you were doing that at the height of the pandemic?
Yeah, it's totally normal. There's this hint of fear while going to different houses. But as I go along my job, I realized that this is my responsibility. I made an oath to be of service as a nurse, no matter what situation. That became the mindset eh. It's different when you work in a professional setting. Nag-iiba talaga yung mindset mo.
Oh. So, paano yun? So, from there, did you also take an oath in front of them that you'll be competing for Emmy afterwards?
Well, I resigned from working as a public health nurse last year, the fourth quarter of last year. Because I decided to take a career break to spend time with my family here and abroad. Yeah.
So how was it?
It was really fun. And at the same time, I was given a chance also to engage with Filipino migrants who are also nurses. Ang daming nurses sa Ireland. And I also got to talk with Ireland's leader in public health. Parang hindi ko na-expect yun. It just so happened na we were in a certain event na andun siya. And then my cousin told me, you want to talk to the leader of Ireland's public health nursing? Di ba you're a community nurse? And so we started talking about what they usually do. And I can say it's totally different. And parang sabi ko, hala, ang galing. I hope Philippines could have the same quality of service Ireland has. It's too far-fetched, but hopeful ako na mangyayari yun. Oo.
Do they have a good healthcare system over there?
Yes, they do. They do. Oo. Yeah.
Alright. So,
Parang
that's
naging
nice.
aspiration ko din yun. Kasi I told myself after talking with that leader, sabi ko, what if babalik ako na Philippines and then I'll start working again as a public health nurse? Yun talaga yung plano ko. When I go back, I'll continue working as a public health nurse. And then I received a call from Mr. Swen Chua. It was around 2 a.m.
So you know him, you already knew him before?
I've met him so many times in so many events, but we never really got to talk like in a close manner. And then he called me through Messenger. Yeah, and then he said, are you open to the idea of joining Miss Universe Philippines? And I was shocked because my only plan at first was to really go back to community,
Nursing,
to the
yeah.
community. And why not give it a try? Hindi pa naman ako nagsisimula mag-work. And it may open another door of opportunities. There's a certain degree of fear and uncertainty because I know ang daming veterans sumali sa batch na to. And it's so funny to think about it now, Sir Adam, kasi when I was still in Ireland, I've already seen social media posters about Miss Universe Philippines 2024. Nakaupo ako. Kumakain kami ng family ko. Sabi ko, ay, may bagong batch na lalabas sa Miss Universe Philippines. Sino kaya? Sinasabi ko sa sarili ko. Little did I know that when I come back here sa
would be part
Philippines,
of the
I would become part of the official
roster,
delegates.
oo.
Oh, super. Yeah.
So, wait, I assume the reason Sir Swen contacted you was he also knew you from the modeling industry. Were you also working as a model while working as a public health nurse beforehand?
Yes, I used to be a freelance model. Well, I used to be part of certain agencies in Cebu. Tapos eventually, I became a freelance model and then I started joining singing competitions in television. And then I did hosting gigs lang sa Cebu, corporate events, ganun.
So how has been your Miss Universe Philippines journey so far?
Masasabi ko, it's a whirlwind. It's a whirlwind of experience. There's so many things na I didn't expect that would happen the moment I entered Miss Universe Philippines. Example, VVV.
Yes.
She's one of the best candidates in her batch. And I used to admire her from afar. I used to be a silent fan, going through my phone. And then little did I know she would be one of my closest friends in Miss Universe Philippines. And nakikiliti ako when I think about that. Like, oh my God, like I'm rubbing elbows with VVV. Like, come on, guys. It's kind of a big deal that I'm rubbing elbows with the veterans. And the mere fact of taking this leap of faith, and regardless of the outcome, is already an achievement in and of itself. There's so many people that would really tell me, "Uy, Vic, that's so nice that you took this chance. Win or lose, you're already a winner. Even after this." Then it enlightened my mind. Na parang, oo nga, no? Because honestly, I feel a bit pressured. I honestly feel a bit pressured. Human as I am, it's the vulnerable part of me na parang sinasabi na, wait, I think this is too much. Especially with the media, the attention of the media. A lot of people have their own bets. And I just started. I do get less attention from the media. Sometimes it gives me a certain level of doubt na, is this still worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but these are things beyond my control. So it's better to just focus on the things that I have now and do with what I have moving forward with this journey.
Or with what you can control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the more you control on something you cannot control, the less control you have, and it's
Yeah.
gonna add more pressure inside you.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose your way along the process. And it's really a matter of self-awareness talaga. It really is a matter of self-awareness. You know, Sir Adam, I got to talk with one candidate. I think she's Miss Occidental Mindoro. We had a heart-to-heart talk. And then she told me, Ate, you're so kalmado. How do you do that? Eh, sabi ko sa kanya, you know what? Kinakabahan pa rin ako. I still feel the pressure. I still have doubts, but it really is a matter of self-awareness. Alam kong it's hard to grasp what I'm saying right now, but I know you will get there. You will learn to manage the pressure and the destitutions as you go along this journey. Hindi ito madali, but the more you acknowledge na hindi ito madali, it would be easier for you to accept and not resist the difficulties.
How old are you now?
I'm 27.
Does it help that you're joining your first ever big or national pageant at such an age like that, where it seems like you have your confidence level and maturity intact already?
Oh, wow, definitely, Sir Adam. I really think it is the right time for me at this age to join a pageant like Miss Universe Philippines, because it's not more of like winning the crown. It's more of like I can use the maturity and my life experiences as a reflection and a foundation of the path that I will take in this journey.
Oh.
It's something that I can look back on, especially the art of introspection. I was struggling during that time, back then. Parang, di ba sinasabi na ngarag?
Oo. Ngaragan.
May term silang ginagamit, di ba, ngarag?
Oo.
I used to be like that before. I was very apparently ngarag. I get so stressed out easily. And then I've come to a point now where I get overwhelmed, but I've learned to manage it inward. So it's called introspection, where I take the time to sit down and reflect certain points of my life. And then I review these certain points in my life and reflect how I can work on more and find steps on how I can improve as I face another day sa Miss Universe Philippines na pageant.
Wow.
Oo, it takes really a lot of inner work talaga when you're in this kind of competition. Yes.
And now that I think of it, no, kasi 'di ba, there's so much stigma, should I say, when it comes to older women joining pageants, 'di ba? Kasi now they prefer
Exactly.
younger girls. So, but when you see the wisdom of girls like you joining pageants, it makes much more sense. They girls like you already know who they are. They're already secure with themselves. Also, apart from the fact that you could be a big ate to your younger contestants.
Yes. Oo.
Yeah. What do you hope to take away from this whole experience?
I think what I would take away from this, I hope I would take away from this experience is the value of patience. Always the value of patience talaga, because though life has taught me many times on how to maintain patience in my life wherever I am, there are still times that I still forget about it, especially when I'm distracted with the noise of what's been going on with my life lately. And right now, the more I am exposed to the public through this Miss Universe Philippines pageant, there is really noise. And minsan nakakalimutan ko the values inside me. And wherever I will be in this Miss Universe Philippines pageant, it really is important that I would have the value of patience and would be more receptive to learning. Because who knows, I will be the next Miss Universe Philippines, and I shouldn't close my mind and heart to learning. Because after winning more than the crown, I will still get to meet a lot of people beyond that. And they will still get to teach me, share their insights and their experiences on how I can be at my best if ever I get to win. So it really is important for me, the value of patience, and of course, to being receptive to learning. That's the takeaway I hope I would get from this journey.
Could you be our next title holder with a tattoo?
I mean, we are in an era where women, no matter what they look like, are capable and limitless, and I'm one of that women, and I'm part of that community. I do have tattoos, but that doesn't define who I am as a person. What defines me is my heart and what impact I will give if ever I get to win Miss Universe Philippines.
Wait, na-distract ako. What's the story behind your tattoo here
Oh
on
yeah,
your arm?
here. During the pandemic kasi, my work as a nurse was very hectic. It took a toll on my mental health that it came to a point I had to seek professional help. So yeah,
Ikaw din. Oh.
then I had to take medications. And then my doctor told me one thing, Vicky, it lies within you. It is within your hands to make a choice, to rise or to sink. It stuck with me for days, and then I told myself, ayoko mag-sink.
Oo.
I don't want to sink. And then everything changed from there. I treated myself as a patient. Okay, what's the first thing I'll do? I studied, I tried to find ways to better manage pressure and stress. And that became very helpful because I'm not dependent anymore with medications. Yeah. It was very early that I cut off the medications.
So that is a representation of some sort of your
Yes, it's some
emancipation ba? Liberation? O ano bang?
parang it's a symbol of resilience.
Oo.
Yes, ganon. It's a story that it's like it says so much. A picture that says so much.
And then you also have a sunflower tattoo.
Yeah, this was
In your-
connected
on
to
your
here
wrist.
because
There's a story.
yes, this was hope. This was during the time na I haven't sought professional help. When I was trying to convince myself that you'll find a way, you'll figure it out. It took me a while kasi to seek professional help kasi andun yung stigma. Nahihiya. Honestly, nahiya ako before. Kasi I thought that no one would believe that I was going through something like that. But at the same time, I was also telling myself na, Vic, you'll figure it out. There is still hope. And the sunflower is a symbol of hope.
It's about time that we should normalize people having tattoos, no? For you, it's a way for you to cope up or a defense mechanism.
And these are representations of experiences of my life. Even this one, it's a Disney character. Yeah, it's a Disney character. And as I've said earlier, my mom died when I was 3 years old.
Yes.
And this is a childhood character. And most of my memories I've spent with my mom was when I was still a child. So this is like sort of an homage to my mother.
Wow. What a beautiful story you have right there. Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sir Adam.
For sure, your mom is really proud of you from up there.
Yeah, I know.
Taking that first step to go through uncharted territory, to put yourself out there and make your presence felt, diba? But for sure, you're under the good hand. You're in the good hands of Swen's company, Origin Management, diba? So on that note, thank you so much for allowing me to get to know you on a deeper level for the past 20 minutes. It has been such a huge privilege for me to really, speak to you as you breathe life and showcase your different aura or light for this competition. It is girls like you which MUP needs, especially when it comes to, showcasing their inner confidence, rocking their authentic selves for the competition, for not just for the competition, but for the young girls to emulate. You're marching to the beat of your own drum. Now that I'm thinking about it. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sir Adam.
Yeah.
Thank you po sa lahat.
Ngayon pala nakikita ko na yeah. In your own way, you're your own phenomenal transformational Filipina.
I love that. It's so heartwarming. Thank you po talaga.
Yeah, you chose the right pageant for your first pageant.
Thank you po.
All right. Thank you so much again.
Thank you once again, Sir
I had
Adam.
a brilliant time.
Ako
getting to know
din.
you.
So far, nagustuhan ko talaga yung conversation natin.
Yeah.
It's very philosophical and insightful.
Thank you.
Thank you
for your
po.
wisdom.
Thank you din po, Sir Adam, for your time. Na-appreciate ko po talaga. I hope I get to meet you more sa mga susunod na events.
Yeah, me too. Wow.
Yeah.
What a deep conversation I just had with Miss Mandawe here. Guys, follow her on her journey here in Miss Universe Philippines. So, God bless you. And until my next interview, bye.